To my right, Coach Matt DeRozier, along with Erica Howe and Whitney Steiner. Before we get started, just a few notes about Clarkson here heading into tomorrow's game. Again, Clarkson 35-5 on the year heading into tomorrow's national championship game. Last night's win was, again, the 30th of the year, and they reached the 30-win plateau for the first time in school history. This is also the first NCAA title game appearance for the program in school history. Earlier today, senior forward Jamie Lee Rattray was named the Patty Kazmaier Award winner. And as a university, the women's ice hockey program is looking for the first NCAA team title in school history. This is the fourth title game appearance for all programs, but the first since 1970. So we will follow the format in which coaches and student athletes will be up here for the duration today. Before I turn it over to questions for the media, I'd like to start off with a question for the student athletes, if you don't mind. Obviously, you've played in this building before, but if you could just please talk about your experiences here this weekend and just your thoughts on being here in Hamden for the Frozen Four.
Well, obviously we've never been here before, so it's definitely a new experience for us, and everything's just been done so well, and we couldn't be happier to be here and be a part of this.
Yeah, I think the rink's set up so much differently than it normally is. It's just a whole new atmosphere, and everyone in the stands, it's just a whole new atmosphere for us, and we're really excited to be part of the Frozen Four. It's really professional, and they put on a good show here for us.
At this time, we'll open it up for questions. Craig to my left here has the microphone. So again, we just please that you ask you please identify your affiliation and use the microphone, please.
Hey Coach, Andy Reeder with the St. Paul Pioneer Press. We heard about all the program firsts. Is that the message to the team here, that you guys can add another first?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, like you said, we've done a lot of great things this season. So there's no reason not to go out there and give it everything we got to try and, like you said, bring home another first for the program.
It's Cat Curry from the Lartown Times for the two players. You guys started your careers playing in Minnesota as freshmen. What's it like to connect into your career playing against the same team?
I think we're pretty excited to see how far we've come, seeing as I think our first game against them freshman year was a 5-1 loss. So I think we're pretty excited that we've come this far, and we kind of want to see that we've made a difference in the program and just see how far we've come.
Did you get it?
No.
Matt SMSNC.com. Brittany, have you seen much in the way of Minnesota on film? I mean, I don't know if the team really looked at that in terms of an eventuality going into tomorrow, but what do you know about them?
I mean, it's been a bit of a quick turnover here, so we're definitely doing a lot of that today going into tomorrow. But obviously we know that they're a very skilled and talented team that's going to bring their best every day, so I think we just need to know that we need to come out with our best as well.
Ike Joshi, KU News. Coach, how do you plan on keeping your players fresh mentally and physically?
I think a lot of it is just in the preparation today. I think obviously with the banquet this morning and that, and then coming here and making sure we're getting our recovery in, and then making sure that we get a good meal in us, and then we're going to allow the players to get together with their families and that, and just kind of relax a little bit and kind of refresh the batteries a little bit going into tomorrow.
Justin Cohen, Inside Hockey. Coach talked last night about how how the win was and going into the championship for the first time. But now that you've had a chance to kind of take it in overnight and relax, has the emotion changed a little bit? And I also have a follow-up.
I don't know. It's tough because I don't know if it's fully sunk in yet. There's been a lot that's gone on over the last few weeks and in the last couple of days. Obviously, yesterday we had a big win with the program. Then obviously this morning with Jamie Lee winning the Patty Kazmaier. It's a lot of stuff happening for our program in a short amount of time. So I kind of view it as a good thing, though. That it hasn't sunk in yet, and that we're not reading into it too much, and we're just kind of going about our business and not overthinking things, and just going into tomorrow's game with an open mind and going out there and just working hard as we can, and not not letting it affect us on the mental side of things in the magnitude of the game.
A follow-up, you kind of talked about it as well. You haven't had a chance to actually see them on the ice yet today, but after last night, have you gotten a chance to kind of gauge their emotions and make sure they're not, too comfortable or too excited?
Yeah, like our team's had a good mentality about them the entire year. We've had a pretty consistent season, and we've never been too high and never been too low, and that's kind of what you want out of your team, especially going into weekends like this. The players, like I said, they're going to enjoy the moment, and they have enjoyed the moment so far. But at the same time, they're a very good group in the sense that they remain very focused on the task at hand. They have great aspirations, and one of those aspirations when they came to college hockey was to win a national championship, and they put themselves in a position to do that. So I'm pretty confident that this group is not going to allow themselves to get too amped up over it and hurt their chances. They just remain focused, and they're confident in their abilities as well, like they have been all season long.
We'll go Matt and then Cap.
Erica, you talked before about familiarity with this rink. I mean, obviously it's another ECAC school, so you've been here before. Does that make practicing here this week and playing here this week a little bit easier? You know the dimensions of the rink, you know how the boards are going to play, things like that.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely a little bit easier having experience here, and as I said, like it's a little bit different. It's dressed up a little differently. There's more fans in the stands, but all in all, it's the same rink we played in for 4 years now, and makes playing a little bit easier, I'd say.
Now, this was for Matt, actually. I got one for the players after, but everybody learns from people that they played for in the past. I was just curious, how much of what you do as a coach are things you learned from Joe Marsh, or are there any specific things you could mention that you kind of do that you saw him do when you played at St. Lawrence? Or?
Yeah, I think as a player, and when you get into the coaching side of things, I think you take a lot from the coaches that you played for growing up, and kind of see the tendencies that help develop you and what worked for you and your teammates and that, and kind of try and draw upon those. I thought Joe was just a if you know Joe Marsh, he's very passionate about everything that he does, and that was something that he relayed to the team, and he always put the team first. He never singled anyone out in these kind of press conferences or anything like that. He never took any of the credit. He always gave a lot of the credit to the players, but you definitely knew that he wanted to win, and he would do anything for you, and he was a guy that you wanted to play for.
And also for you too, being seniors, I mean, how special is it to have this be your last game? And win or lose tomorrow, is it a little sad to know too that tomorrow's like the last day of college? I mean, is that kind of sunk into that, all these practices and stuff are over with after that?
I think right now, I'm just excited to play tomorrow. It hasn't really sunk in that that's it. And like you said before, starting with Minnesota and ending with Minnesota, that's kind of a cool thing that not everyone gets to do, and we get to measure how far we've come.
Along with that, I think we're pretty much focused on how far we've come and the work we've put into this, and we're just excited to be in this moment, and I think we're ready to just be all in tomorrow, so we're leaving it all up there.
Coach, you guys have been pretty great on the penalty kill this year. What's been key for you there?
I think probably the biggest thing is just the pride that the team takes in killing penalties. They understand the importance of it. They understand the little things that need to be done, and they're willing to do those little things, get in front of shots and just kind of battle hard around the nets. And then obviously having Erica back there making some big saves when we need her to on the PK, that helps as well.
Any other questions for the coaches or the student athletes? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
one other note that I forgot to mention prior to that last presser here. Clarkson seniors have actually never lost in this building in their careers.
You know the record?
Thanks, Mike. We appreciate that.
Hey, listen, that was
that's
Gary.
really nice.
That was all Gary. So I'm just hey, I'm moderating. I'm the intermediary. So.